Hi there. Formlabs has sent me a sample part, as you can read from here. And what we're going to be doing is opening this up. Now, as per usual, Daki has gotten a hold of the package and covered most of the sensitive information, except of course for the non-sensitive information. For example, the value of this item is $1 US, precisely $1 US, and I've requested the gray hidden butterfly part. Now that's because I really like mechanical and also really digital objects. So let's take a look at this, because this part was actually printed in 3D. Yes, that's right. Not only was it printed or fabricated in a world that is three-dimensional, it was made in a way that people would only imagine possible many, many years ago. Yet here we are, spending ages trying to open a box containing such a weird object. Okay, that is the incision showing that it has helped. And what have we got here? Oh, oops. Okay, so what we have here is a little thing. I'm going to put that aside. And right here is that plastic. It's not what I was expecting it to be. It's a bit squishy, malleable, and quite low in detail, to be honest. Oh, actually, I think this might be it. So, what could this be? It says here on the very top. Here, let me unlock autofocus. Bring it up closer. Try to convince it to focus. There we go. And we're going to relock autofocus. There we go. It says here Formlabs. You see a little icon of a butterfly. Same upside down and forward. And at the bottom, you've got some weird texturing. But it is quite interesting what you see here. On the outside, we've got what appears to be not a perfect cylinder, but it actually has these large ridges, as well as some really deep and wide grooves in a sort of spiral pattern. Inside it seems to have an inner cylinder, perforated. If anybody here has trypophobia, please stop the video, take some counseling, and maybe you'll be able to return to it when you recover. So, we do have a couple of parts that do raise a few questions. I have no idea how the mechanism works, because apparently I apologize, I'm a bit sick. Apparently, this butterfly should be able to appear. So let's try this. This is first turns. I'm going to hold the base with my right hand and the frame on the top with my left hand, and just try twisting and see what happens. Okay, a little bit of movement there. You can see my right hand is working and the inner cylinder is twisting, and what do you know, a butterfly has sprung out from the inside, just like that. The butterfly itself is quite small. It feels dainty, or seems dainty. I haven't touched it yet, and there appears to be some residue or flyaway on it. Wonder if we could remove that bit. Not sure. The weird thing though is you can see a little bit of glossiness next to the stalks on the bottom. So I think either they used glue or they did not completely cure the resin, which might be a little bit dangerous, but I can't be certain. But just like how it appeared, the butterfly just disappears again by rotating the other direction. And you could see it's left a bit of gray dust in there. Interesting. But this is actually quite small. See, this is my hand. My hand is not that big. So seeing how it can fit inside is quite a surprise. I can also pull out this ruler that I have definitely not prepared ahead of time. And using the metric system, we can confirm that it is under 5 centimeters tall with a diameter of no more than 3.5 centimeters. So this is quite tiny, and the butterfly itself, which is clearly very hesitant to make itself known, is a little taller, or higher, I guess, if you want to call it that, than 1 centimeter, and its width is under 2, and its thickness is actually very, very small. It's like 1 millimeter. That's very impressive. Now, one thing you might not know is that I just started a hobby in 3D printing. Whether or not I'll make another channel called 22 3D Printing 22 is up for debate. I probably won't do that, especially because 3D has a number in it, and that would just upset the balances and everything would go haywire. Also, this channel is pretty much dead, so I should probably revive it doing something. I don't know what, 3D printing perhaps. But the 3D printer I have is a Prusa i3 Mark III's using a one of those classic style FDM 3D printing technologies. This one though uses SLA, which is very different, and it has much greater detail, though with much more toxic or harmful chemicals before it's completely used. That is, this uses a resin, a liquid resin, as opposed to plastic filament that comes solid when you first get it. But I am quite interested in seeing what's capable of a printer just like this, because I like designing things. I like mechanical things. This is why I have this now. And I'd like to make things that are original, something I'd like to show you guys. But at the moment, I have tried my 3D printer. I have made this. I call it a cube. And then I decided this cube is way too small. I'm going to print a much, much larger one. So I spent a little time, tinkered around, and I ended up with this monster. It's much larger. Okay, I'm just joking. This is part of a much bigger thing, but the video is not out yet. So unfortunately, unfortunately, you've arrived at the wrong time. You should probably exit this video and then check another channel another time. That would be sometime in the future. The 22 Puzzle 22. 22 Magic Tricks 22 channel coming up. But I gotta stop yammering on. This is the Formlabs Appearing Butterfly 3D printed part, and I believe just regular gray. It's quite cool, and it was very nice of them to send this over so that we can see what they can do with the Form 2 3D printer. Thanks for watching.